Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Sean from the Bitrate, and I really do appreciate everybody stopping by. This is the third episode, the third official episode of Walker Talkers. Now, I know that I haven't been here in a while, but the reason why is because it's the holidays, and we just haven't had time to really do shit. Now, The Walking Dead did end. You know, it's mid-season finale last Sunday, and I've heard a lot of crazy theories on who the fuck the guy in the boots is. So I'm going to give you my theories, and not all of them are men. So I want you guys to stick with me for just a little bit, and I'm going to give you a couple theories that you probably didn't think about, and the reason why is because one of these characters, it didn't even show his motherfucking face. So here we go. My first theory, my strongest theory, and the reason why is because I think that Negan, he's going to send people on recon. So he's not just going to trust you to get stuff for him. He's going to think you're hiding stuff and all this other stuff. So I have a theory that there's a person that we haven't heard of. We heard of at one point in time, and it was during an episode to where all you saw in the episode was this guy's crotch. So his name is Wade, and he had to cut off guy's arm during the episode in which Daryl was taken captive by Dwight and his wife and his wife's sister. So with that being said, this guy, his face was never shown, but he is supposed to be kind of a dominant character. So for it to not show his face and for them to kind of keep that mystery going, something's up with it. I don't know why they wouldn't show his face. The guy that he cut a guy's arm off. The guy's name was Wade, and he could be at a different outpost because the Saviors have a shit ton of outposts. And if you saw the episode with Michonne just recently, when they're driving down the highway, you saw how big this place is. So there's a situation going on right now to where nobody knows what this guy looks like. Well, he looks like this, and that's the type of character I think he's going to be pretty fucked up and evil. I don't know, because they only showed him for 1 second, and they didn't go back to him, talk about him, or anything. So there has to be something going on with this Wade character. I think that them not showing him this, like, he wasn't one of the bikers that got blown up. He wasn't anybody in the outpost that got killed. This guy was in one scene for about 2 seconds. We learned his name. That was it. You didn't see him anymore. Where the fuck is he? Because he has to be somewhere. If he's on a hunt looking for Dwight because Dwight was trying to escape, then why? You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. So that's my theory. That's my number one theory. That's my only real theory, because some other theories just seem a little bit ridiculous. I think that might be one of a decent theory. Anyway, so my next one would be Carol. So Carol, she's a loner right now. She doesn't want to be bothered by anybody, and we don't see where she goes. We don't see what she does. She's sitting in the house by herself. If I was sitting in a house by myself, zombie apocalypse, I'd be going fucking nuts. Now she's growing plants and all this other shit, and she's not getting it from anybody. She's self-sustaining all this stuff for herself. But what I don't understand is why. Like, why is she so standoffish? Why, like, you could say she doesn't want to be involved with killing people, or she doesn't want to, like, see any more of her friends die, but no matter what, if they're going to die, they're going to die. So she has to man up, and I think she kind of is. She's doing it incognito because she doesn't want anybody at all to know what she's planning on doing, because she doesn't want anybody to try to stop her. So I think she's going to personally be the one that tries to kill Negan. I don't know if she's going to last or survive it, but we will see. But Look at the boots she's wearing in this picture. I can't zoom it up anymore, otherwise it breaks resolution. It doesn't look good at all. But she has the same boots. The kind of loose fitting, don't fit her that well because she's wearing probably man boots, a couple sizes bigger, and they obviously look just like the boots that are in this picture right here. So I mean, if you go to there, they kind of look similar. So, but those military style boots, those combat boots, they do all have that kind of look after they get run down or whatever. And in this world, you're gonna get run down boots. You can't just buy a brand new pair of boots. So, who knows? So anyway, the next theory would be Simon. So Simon, he's a badass guy. He is an evil dude. He obviously could probably be an evil leader himself, but he has the same characteristics as Negan. But obviously Negan has something over him or whatever. But Simon is the second in command, and he could say, "Hey, go out and do some recon for me," just like he would Wade, because I do not know where the fuck Wade is. And that's still bothering me to this day, because you never hear from him ever again. He's in one episode, out one episode, that's it. Never hear from him again. So, anyway, this theory is a very, very good theory because of the fact that he's in the world. You see him in the mid-season finale preview for the next half of the season, so it could be anything. We will see. And where the fuck is Heath? That's like the only character they didn't show, and I'm sorry, I'm totally going off base here, but where the fuck did Heath go? He did get taken by somebody. The PPP on those cards obviously means something. I don't know what they mean, but it's weird. So this one is probably the most outlandish theory, and the reason why is because they've traveled so long. They're not in Atlanta anymore. Nobody understands that. They pretty much film on the same highway all the goddamn time. Everything looks the same always because they film in Atlanta. They're not in Atlanta in the TV show. They're way more up north. They're towards Virginia. So this is like a very outlandish, like needle in a haystack. You would have to get that lucky, like Morgan times 2, because you got to remember Morgan found his way to Rick, and that was almost fucking impossible. So to me, that's just too much. That's just too much. A guy, he was in episode 5 he was in 5 episodes in season 1. And people are saying that Will Morales, is going to find his way to Rick, which Rick he only knew for maybe a week, and everybody else he knew for quite some time. Now, my theory is that this guy, he could possibly be on Fear the Walking Dead, simply for the fact that he was going to Birmingham, Alabama, and if not there, he is from a Hispanic descent. So going to New Mexico or to Mexico to look for other family would make more sense. Him coming back to Atlanta after he said he has nothing left in Atlanta, it wouldn't make sense to me. So him going further west would definitely fill that plot hole. And if he ended up making it over to Fear the Walking Dead on like season 4, because that's when they're kind of getting into that timeline, that would make a lot more sense. So let's just get it straight. There's other survivors in the world. There's shit tons of other survivors in the world. So if you have Morales and his family, if they're alive, then you have the people from the hospital. I think it was Grady Memorial Hospital or something like that. There were like 10, 15 people that weren't patients that were there that were alive. So it could be any of them in that case. It could be anybody. It could be there was some old guy that survived in the Martinez camp. I think his name was Thomas or Henry. It's some fucking old person name. And he was old as shit, though. I don't think it's him. But it could be anybody. I hate when they do this and they leave you in the dark for so long, and they probably won't show the person until, episode fucking, I don't know, like 15 or whatever, and it's just going to be some fucking schmuck that nobody knows who the fuck he is. So when it comes down to it, Carol, Wade, Simon, and Will Morales are the four possibilities, although some higher than others. If you watch The Walking Dead and you watch this podcast, just remember to subscribe, like, and comment below. And what are your theories to The Walking Dead? And who do you think is the man in those motherfucking ugly boots? Because I want to know. I know you want to know, and I'm sorry, man. They look so much like the Carol boots. They look so much like the Carol boots. It's ridiculous. Like, they look alike. I want to zoom in. But I cannot any more than that. I mean, I want to see how her laces are tied up on her legs. That's pretty much the clue that I'm looking for. And she could have tucked the pants in or whatever, but whatever. I'm going to keep fucking rambling if I keep talking. So I'm just getting over a cold, so I sound raspy and shit like that. But, yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate everybody that comes by. And remember to subscribe. Press that sub button. I'll talk to you guys later. And I'm going to do my movie trailer voice before I go, because when I'm sick, I do it really good. Okay. Here it is. In a world where one boot can beat anybody in the world. Next on The Walking Dead. In 2 months, we have to wait. Greg Nicotero, you're an asshole for making us wait. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm just fucking with you. I'll see you. Have a good night, and remember to try to stay alive. And the Walker Talkers out.